You didn't expect that. That to you is not the norm. It's not what usually happens. Not accepted. By whose standards? By your standards. Today we're going to talk about sociology. And even if you're not a sociology student, sociology is for you. We are members of society. We are members of a common global village. But before I go into talk about sociology, first let me talk about the humans in society. What makes you stand out from any other human that has lived or that is living now? What makes you stand out? What makes you different? Is there any thought that you have had or is having that nobody else thought about? You tell me. You're thinking about it? Yeah. I'm thinking about it too. Are we really robots? What makes human behavior different from that of animal behavior? Another good question. So I'm here to provoke your thinking. So sociology is basically the study of society, coming from socio, meaning society, and logos, meaning the knowledge of. And we coin them together and you get sociology, the knowledge of society. The founding father of sociology is Auguste Comte. Comte was from 1798 to 1857. He actually coined the term sociology. But why sociology? What was happening? What was happening at that time for people to want to know more about society? What was happening in Europe in the 19th century? It was in response to urbanization, industrial revolution, and even secularization. People were actually moving away from churches, declining church attendance. And it was a cause of concern, so sociologists came up with varying theories to explain why. I will branch off into schools of thought. So I will tell you, to make it very simple, that there is the functionalist school, which was founded by Emile Durkheim in 1858 to 1917, and I will call him the father of functionalism. So we have functionalism here. And then we have Marxism. Yes, Marx. Karl Marx. Karl Marx is a political scientist. He was an economist. He was a philosopher. So we go at 1818 to 1883. So I will regard functionalism as God, with good thoughts. I will regard Marxism, or the conflict theory, just for simplicity of understanding, as the devil. So functionalism, they basically use organic analogy. They look for the function in everything. So Emile Durkheim, he spoke about functionalism as the human body. Could you isolate different organs in your body? The heart needs the liver needs the lungs, and so forth, because every organ in your body is interconnected, interrelated, and interdependent. It does not exist, or it doesn't function in isolation. And that, my friend, is the essence of functionalism. How society functions. The positive aspects of society. Then there's Karl Marx, who, just for understanding and simplicity, I'm not saying he's a demon. No, I'm not saying that. But just for simplicity, for you to understand, it is so diametrically opposed. It's like yin and yang. So Karl Marx was a conflict theorist. He looked at conflict. It's just that simple. Karl Marx spoke extensively about the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. The bourgeoisie being the capitalists or the rich, and the proletariat being the working class or the poor. Karl Marx spent extensive time giving readings and research on these two classes. the haves and the have-nots, as we will call them. There's also another major founding father who is Max Weber. Yes, the German. Talk about the Weberian theory. I'll explain more of this later down. But before we go into the schools of thought, I want you to understand some basic aspects of sociology. So I will go back a bit to talk about socialization. Socialization basically is the individual that learns how to become a human. Human behavior is actually learned behavior. You learn the things that you do. And there are different departments, so there are varying types of socialization. There's primary socialization, such as the family. So the family, they are very instrumental in teaching the child or children in terms of brush your teeth, in terms of respect, in terms of simple, simple things like what you should and should not do, what is expected and acceptable behavior. Then there is secondary socialization, which can have tremendous influence, such as your peers, such as the school, such as the education system. You go to school and you learn about routine, you learn about structure. That, my friends, that is secondary socialization. In a nutshell, sociology tried to give an answer to 19th century Europe that was in conflict, in turmoil, in devastation as to what was happening in that society at that particular time. So don't just think about sociology as another subject in a book. When you think about sociology, think about society. Think about you, the individual behavior within that society, and an explanation as to why humans do certain things and what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior.